Gratitude for Educators. Depending on our cultural background, we may have been taught from a young age to use polite phrases such as please and thank you. We often encourage young people to use these phrases as well. These simple expressions of gratitude can foster a kind and civil atmosphere in our interactions with others. It's undeniable that saying thank you can go a long way in creating a positive environment. But gratitude is more than just saying thank you, and the benefits extend beyond fostering a polite atmosphere. And there is now a significant amount of research that has investigated the benefits of not only feeling gratitude towards others, but also expressing that gratitude. It is important to note that gratitude practices may not always feel comfortable. Studies have shown that a mix of emotions can come up, especially if you aren't used to practicing or expressing gratitude. It may be hard to muster gratitude on difficult days, or we may feel awkward expressing gratitude to others. This is particularly true as we consider cultural influences. The majority of studies on gratitude have been conducted with Western white populations, offering a narrow and possibly limited view of gratitude. More recently, cross-cultural studies on gratitude have emerged and found that other cultures express gratitude differently and for different reasons. In addition, gratitude may not have the same benefits for everyone due to these differences. It is important to keep this in mind as we share the benefits of gratitude. We will share the demographics of the research underpinning each benefit to provide some context for the findings. Gratitude is generally good for our well-being, and this may be particularly true for educators. Studies have shown that gratitude increases feelings of happiness, life satisfaction, and other positive emotions, and may even protect teachers against burnout. For example, in a study of 63 school teachers in Hong Kong, researchers found that after an 8-week intervention, asking teachers to count their blessings, participants had increased life satisfaction and sense of personal accomplishment and decreased signs of burnout. Similarly, in a study of 312 Romanian teachers' trait gratitude was positively associated with their work engagement and negatively associated with burnout. Researchers found that this relationship was partially explained by gratitude improving teachers' perceptions of their job resources and demands. Research on the connection between gratitude and physical health is still emerging, but many studies do point to its positive effects on things like blood pressure, strengthening the immune system, reducing physical symptoms, and improving eating behaviors. Most notably, studies have found that practicing gratitude may improve our sleep quality. Gratitude also has the potential to positively influence our relationships. It has been found to promote forgiveness, compassion, helpfulness, and altruism, all of which foster more positive interactions with others. Neuroscience research has shown that practicing gratitude changes the brain to feel more rewarded when other people benefit, which could help explain why gratitude encourages prosocial behavior. Studies have also found that practicing gratitude helps us feel closer and more committed to friends and partners, more satisfied in our relationships, and less lonely. And we can imagine, when we express gratitude, others perceive us as more friendly and thoughtful, and are more likely to want to get to know us better, making it easier to maintain and make new friendships. These findings have implications for how practicing gratitude may impact both our student-teacher relationships and our staff relationships in schools. For example, one study of 27 school leaders in Australia found that when leaders practiced and expressed gratitude, they not only felt better, but they invested more in their professional relationships. And in turn, they received more gratitude from staff and students. While gratitude has evidence of benefits, like with all positive psychology interventions, researchers have identified that not all people benefit equally from gratitude interventions. As we mentioned earlier, the cultural context influences whether we will receive benefits from gratitude practices, depending on the practice. For example, in some cultures, there is a high social cost or conflicting emotions involved in expressing gratitude. In addition, other factors like overdoing gratitude practices or making them obligatory in staff meetings, for example, can all affect how much we benefit from them. As beneficial as gratitude can be, there are certainly some situations in which it is not the right choice, or it could even be detrimental. Or simply, there are moments when we need to remember to practice gratitude critically. For example, don't attribute success entirely to others. We want to be cautious not to attribute all of our success entirely to others or powers outside of our control. It is important to also acknowledge our own contributions and talents as well. Don't apply gratitude to the wrong person, especially in the cases of abusive situations. In healthy relationships, gratitude promotes commitment. In abusive situations, overusing gratitude may encourage someone to stay for the wrong reasons. And certainly don't use it to avoid dealing with serious problems. Gratitude shouldn't replace us feeling all of our feelings. We need our more unpleasant emotions as well. Anger can motivate us towards justice, and sadness and grief help us heal. Gratitude should be a companion to our full spectrum of human emotions. And don't let power dynamics get in the way. There are some studies that show that people lower in power tend to show more gratitude than those higher in power, for a variety of reasons. As school communities, we can work toward cultivating everyone's gratitude, administrators, teachers, and students, so that all members become more comfortable setting aside assumptions or biases towards people's actions to acknowledge people's kindnesses. Gratitude's benefits take time, but can have a lasting effect. For instance, in their study of 293 U.S. adults seeking university-based psychotherapy services, researchers Brown and Wong found that participants who participated in a gratitude writing intervention didn't show improvement in mental health 1 week after the writing assignment, but they had significantly better mental health compared to the control group after 4 weeks, and even more so 12 weeks after the end of the study. Like many positive psychology practices, they are practices. The more you do them, the more they become a habit, and the more benefit you are likely to get. And the benefits may take some time to show up, as our habits and perspectives, especially as adults, take time to shift. When we practice noticing the good in others and our lives, we work towards making positive interpretations of the events of our day or of our past. This trains our brains towards positivity, literally making neural superhighways, making it easier for our brains to notice the positives in the future. Gratitude may look and feel different for all of us, and we may connect with some practices more than others. But given the increasing amount of research showing its benefits, especially for educators, it is a worthwhile personal experiment to try some out and see if you notice any positive effects. You can then speak to your students with some authenticity and your own experiences trying out these practices as you begin to introduce them into your classrooms. As Germany Kent once said, "It's a funny thing about life. Once you begin to take note of the things you are grateful for, you begin to lose sight of the things that you lack." Thank you.